Hello guys and welcome to 10 Scary and Creepy Photos number 2. So today we're going to start with the Healer White Lady of Worstead Church, Norfolk, UK. In 1975, Diane and Peter Berthelot along with their 12-year-old son visited the Worstead Church. Peter snapped a picture of his wife praying in silence on one of the church benches. After development off course, a friend of Miss Berthelot was shocked to see a white shadowy figure sitting right behind her and pointed it out. The figure in the photo appears to be wearing light-colored, old-fashioned clothes and a bonnet. The following summer, the Berthelots would return back to the Worstead Church with the photo and inquire about it with Reverend Pettit, who happened to be the church vicar. He told them about the legend of the White Lady who was known to be a healing, making an appearance near someone who needed healing. Diane suddenly realized at the time the photograph was taken she was quite ill and taking strong antibiotics. The ghost of the White Lady dates back well over 100 years according to one story. On Christmas Eve of 1830. A man boasted a challenge to the White Lady. He said he would climb to the top of the church's belfry and kiss her if she would appear. So up he went. When he failed to reappear after a time, however, friends went to search for him. They found him in the belfry, cowering in a corner, terrified. "I've seen her," he told them. "I've seen her," and then he died. Alright, so let's go to our next one. Number 9. Number 9 is the wedding ghost. At a local barn in Hertfordshire, England, wedding photographer Neil Sandbeck was all set for the wedding and started taking pictures of the area. Long after the wedding, upon developing the photos, Neil discovered something shocking. Something that sent chills down his spine. The photograph showed a glowing and clearly floating boy in white clothes staring right at him. He inquired with the staff about any strange or bizarre incidents that might have occurred at the farm. The staff admitted to several encounters with that seemed to be the ghost of a boy in night clothes roaming about the farm and sometimes blankly staring from behind walls. Who the ghost actually was and the story both are shrouded in mystery till date. Alright guys, let's go to number 8. We haven't got to the one that scares me yet. It doesn't really scare me, but it just looks unsettling. Number 8 is the Tulip Staircase Ghost. The story behind the picture was that on Sunday, 19th June 1966, an old retired couple from Canada decided to visit the Queen's house due to the much speculation and hype of being haunted. While they were standing near the Tulip Staircase, the old man took a picture of it, and when it was later developed, there was a ghostly figure ascending the staircase in pursuit of a second and a third other ghostly figure. On top of the staircase, which is not quite clear in the photo, the camera roll was examined by researchers and they found no evidence of any kind of tampering done with the roll. At the time the photograph was taken, between 5:15 p.m. and 5:30 p.m., the old man's wife claimed that was standing with him and confirmed there was nothing on the stairs. The staircase itself was closed with a rope and no admittance sign. Strange shadowy apparitions and unexplainable noises of footsteps have been constantly reported near the Tulip Staircase by both staff and visitors. There have also been sightings of a pale woman who was seen wiping blood from the bottom of the staircase. She is believed to be the ghost of a maid who came over the highest banister and died at the foot of the stairs 300 years back. One can also sometimes hear creepy, disembodied chanting of children which seem to be coming from within the Queen's house. Geez, there's a lot going on in that staircase. So if you want to go visit that staircase, it's the Tulip Staircase Ghost. It doesn't say the location of the ghost though. So, your guess is as good as mine. Let's go to number 7. Number 7 is the Solitary Soldier. This very old photo was taken in a house undergoing renovation. It is known that Confederate soldiers would sleep down in the cellar. The photo was taken during the American Civil War. It shows a ghost believed to be that of a dead soldier, all lonely and solemn, walking up the stairs of the cellar. Nothing else is known, though, other than that. So that's all the information it has for that one, the Solitary Soldier. Number 6 is Ghost of Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, Chicago. This photo was taken during an investigation of Bachelor's Grove Cemetery near Chicago by the Ghost Research Society, GRS. On August 10th, 1991, several member Several remember it's misspelled. Of the GRS were at the cemetery, a small abandoned graveyard on the edge of the Rubio Woods Forest Preserve near the suburb of Midlothian, Illinois. Reputed to be one of the most haunted cemeteries in the U.S., Bachelor's Grove has been the site of well over 100 different reports of strange phenomena, including apparitions, unexplained sights and sounds, and even glowing balls of light. When developed, this image emerged what looks like a lonely-looking young woman dressed in white sitting on a tombstone. Yeah. If you can identify that, would be great. Like, if anybody knows anything else about this, there's only a couple more parts. So, parts of her body are partially transparent, and the style of the dress seems to be out of date. So, there's not too much about who she is or what. So, number 5 is the Hidden Cowboy. If you can see it right there in the right or the left, actually. In 1996, Ike Clanton decided to get his photo taken in a cowboy attire in the Boot Hill graveyard in the famous Tombstone, Arizona. After reviewing his photograph, he found a strange figure at the back of the photo, dressed as a cowboy that was not there at the time the photo was taken. He even tried to restage the entire photo by making someone stand at the same spot where the mystery man appeared in the background. Ike Clanton found out that it was physically impossible to take such a photograph and not show the rear person's legs. Cool. Clanton said he wasn't so sure about Tombstone being haunted, but this photo made him a believer. What do you think, guys? Do you believe that there's a ghost? Have you always believed there's ghosts like me and my mom? Or are you one of those people who had to see it to believe it like my father? Number 4, the Welly House Ghost, San Diego. This is the one that terrifies me, and this is the 4th time I looked at it. The 3rd time I looked at it, I actually caught that doll that's on that rocking chair. Or actually, I don't think that's a rocking chair. But I caught that doll on that chair, which I didn't always see it. It frankly terrified me. But as you can see, the lady in the window says the mysterious deaths of the members of the Whaley family, this house has been all kinds of mysteries. Visitors have reported seeing the ghost of a woman in the garden, while many people also claim to have seen Thomas Whaley's spirit in the parlor. A young girl who matches the description of Marion Reynolds, the great-granddaughter of Thomas Whaley, who died from ingesting ant poison, is reported to grab the arms of visitors as they tour the house. While a spectral dog is occasionally seen by children, the photo above is believed to be the ghost of Thomas Whaley, captured staring through the window of the Whaley house. I thought that was a woman. Let's zoom in on that photo real quick before we get to our number 3. Man, that is just terrifying. All the stuff in that room looks like it dates back to the 1800s. Anyway, let's go to number 3. Number 3, Chloe's Ghost at the Myrtle Plantation. There it is right there. I know it's circled, but just so you have a better picture. And there might be more to this picture too. Let's find out. The house on Myrtle Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana is home to at least 12 ghosts, the most famous being the ghost of Chloe, who haunts the plantation and is seen wearing a green turban. See, kind of figured that there was more ghosts. There's at least 12, so maybe even more. Chloe was reportedly a slave owned by Mark and Sarah Woodruff. She was once found eavesdropping on Clark Woodruff's personal conversation. As a punishment, one of her ears was cut off by her master, and she wore a green turban to hide it. Wow. It is believed that Chloe supposedly baked a birthday cake containing extract of extremely poisonous boiled and reduced oleander leaves as part of her revenge. But her plan backfired. Only Sarah and her 2 daughters ate the cake, and all died from the poison. Chloe was then supposedly hanged by the other slaves and thrown into the Mississippi River. She still haunts the plantation to this day. In fact, the Myrtle Plantation is considered as one of America's most haunted homes. So, feel free to go visit the Myrtle Plantation, which is in St. Francisville, Louisiana. If you're close by, then you probably already know the history around it. But let's go ahead and go to number 2. The Union Cemetery Ghost. Looks really foggy, but it looks really cool. It actually looks really cool. Union Cemetery, located in Easton, Connecticut, is considered to be the most haunted cemetery in the United States. Although several ghosts have been seen at this cemetery, the White Lady happens to be the most famous sighting. Many people have managed to capture her on camera, and she has even been caught on film. She is believed to have long dark hair and is seen wearing a nightgown and a bonnet. Her most favorite places where she frequently makes an appearance are usually on the roadway alongside Route 59 and Route 111, where she is often hit by oncoming vehicles. One instance reports her being hit by a fireman in 1993, which left a dent on his vehicle, and he even heard a thud while hitting her. As the woman appeared in front of his car, he also saw a farmer with a straw hat sitting in the car seat beside him. The cemetery is out of bounds at night and is strictly patrolled by the police. The image above happens to be her face with a stream of spooky energy alongside. So a lot of stuff happens to people who drive, in that Union Cemetery. Which is, if you know about it, then you already know where it is. If you don't, it's in Easton, Connecticut, and it is considered to be the most haunted cemetery in the United States. In the world, it's probably up in the list. But yeah, a lot of things happen. A lot of people see things and hit things. Let's get to our number one. This one right here, number one, is one that many people have seen: the ghost of Freddie Jackson. So let's get started with this one. As a squadron of the Royal Air Force assembled together to take a group photo in 1919, no one realized that they would find Freddie Jackson accompanying them in the picture taken by retired RAF officer Sir Victor Goddard. Freddie Jackson was a mechanic for the Royal Air Force who served on board the HMS Daedalus. I hope I pronounced that right. He was brutally killed 2 days earlier by accidentally strolling into a spinning propeller blade, which caused instant death, of course. His funeral was held the very next day, but eerie as it may sound, Freddie Jackson returned just 2 days later as he goes for one final time to be a part of the group photo. Several of the other men in the photo confirmed that it was, in fact, Jackson's face in the background of the picture. And that's all for our list. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Just go ahead and tap that button, and I will see you in the next video, maybe in part 3 to this, on number 3. But until then, hit the subscribe button, like it, and I will see you in the next video.